This is a bizarre one from start to finish.
A prominent attorney and his wife are savagely attacked in a grisly home invasion.
Torture, assault, shooting, stabbing.
Blood was pouring out all over everywhere.
When cops pull over the getaway car, what they see is unbelievable.
This passenger was literally wearing an adult diaper, and that was it.
So who appointed themselves judge, jury, and executioner? And why?
This could have been some sort of revenge plot.
Leo Fisher and his wife, Susan Duncan, both 61, were living a great life.
Susan was recently retired from a career in government. Leo was a respected attorney and managing partner at the law firm of Bean, Kinney and Korman.
Leo is a fine attorney. This is a lawyer who was all business.
Their upscale neighborhood of McLean, Virginia was comfortable, quiet, and safe until one evening when their bliss turned to bloodshed. It's 6:15 on a crisp November night.
Susan was cooking dinner, and Leo was in the living room reading a book.
The doorbell rings. Leo goes to the front door, and in a heartbeat, a man forces his way inside.
The intruder tases Leo, shooting him directly in the chest.
The intruder quickly binds his hands and legs with zip ties. As Susan runs in, the strange man says he's here with the Virginia Security and Exchange Commission, and he's there to arrest Leo. The man then binds Susan's hands and feet and begins his investigation.
This intruder with a taser comes in with a badge, and
Right.
At first it looks like it's legitimate,
Sure.
but it's not.
No.
What did the badge read?
Pecker Inspector.
A bachelorette party novelty badge.
Was his face covered?
No, his face was not covered.
But strangely, he was in a costume of sorts, wearing all black and an Indiana Jones-style hat.
The intruder starts interrogating Leo, asking strange questions like, had Leo put a hit on a drug cartel member for $370,000? And did he know someone had put a hit out on him for $27,000?
The guy was asking all kinds of bizarre questions, and Leo had no clue what this guy was even talking about.
Eventually, the man puts Susan in the bedroom, then continues to interrogate Leo while flipping the porch light on and off.
At this point, it just seemed like a lone attack.
It appeared as though he was operating all by himself. But why was he continuously flashing the porch light as to perhaps send a message to someone on the outside?
The man forces Leo to his computer, making him access the law firm's private server as he makes calls to someone he refers to
as boss.
The intruder wanted to take a look at some of the documents, but interestingly enough, did not download anything, he didn't copy anything.
Then the assailant seems to make a game-changing mistake.
The guy said to Leo, "Have you let anyone go lately from your law firm?" At that point, Leo was able to recognize the fact that maybe this home invasion had something to do with his place of work.
A fact Leo would keep close to the vest. Susan tells the intruder she has to go to the bathroom. Unbelievably, he cuts her zip ties. He then continues to interrogate Leo.
The intruder was also asking about money and gold bars.
If he had any in the home. That's right, and Leo told him he didn't keep that kind of cash on hand in the house.
The suspect slit his throat and even tried to suffocate him by throwing a pillow on his face.
Susan opens the door to a ghastly scene.
She literally saw this intruder on top of Leo, stabbing him, striking him in the head. And then at that point, the individual turned his attention to Susan. He pulls out a gun. The bullet grazed Susan's head.
Before Susan can reach the phone, the man stabs her in the neck and all over her upper body.
Blood was pouring everywhere.
Reportedly, the man walks over to Leo, kicks him in the head and says, quote, "You're going to die." But Susan, refusing to give up, hits a panic button.
the alarm starts blazing throughout the home. And at that point, it is believed that's what frightened the intruder away.
The intruder finally flees, and Susan manages to call 911.
When police got to the scene, Leo had managed to crawl part way out of the house, and there was just blood all over his clothes, and there was blood all over the home.
Then, like a scene in a thriller film, Leo does the unimaginable. Coming up,
Leo was able to literally spell out the name of his attacker.
An APB in a high-speed chase ends with a shocking sight.
This passenger was literally wearing an adult diaper, and that was it.